Welcome into WRMN. This is the WRMN 10 o'clock news. Coming up today on the news, Fed secure Naval Station Great Lakes for Chicago immigration enforcement. We've also got a few other things happening here in the area. We'll do the suburbs in 60 seconds. But let's get into just the quick things for the weather, and also we'll do our lottery numbers from this weekend. The weather currently right now is 71 degrees in Elgin. Today, it will get up to 77 now with a low of 54. Tuesday, a little bit higher at 80 with a low of 57. Wednesday, thunderstorms, 47 as the low and 74 as the high. And on Thursday, back to sun with a low of the week so far of 66 as the high and a 53 there on the lower end. As far as we go with our lottery numbers, these are for Sunday, August 31st. There'll be another drawing today. The midday pick for Sunday had zero. I'm sorry, the midday pick 3 was 039 with that fireball of 6. The midday pick 4 was 7710 with a 9 on that fireball. We've also got the evening pick from yesterday, 413 with 4 being that fireball, and an evening pick 2846 with that 7 fireball kicker. Midday lucky day, 5 numbers coming in right now, 2, 6, 19, 28, and 39. And your evening lucky pick of 2, 9, 25, 30, and 39. The Monday Lotto coming up to $2.3 million, and that Monday Powerball at $1.1 billion with a B, and the Mega Millions is now topped out at $302 million. When we go into our quick rundown of the area, 2 pedestrians, including a child, were taken to a hospital after being struck by a vehicle Sunday afternoon in Green Oaks. Libertyville fire officials said the vehicle struck an older man and a toddler boy shortly before 12:45 at Route 176 and Ashford Drive. Fire officials said the vehicle was making a left turn onto Route 176 when it hit the pedestrians as they were crossing the street. Both were taken to Advocate Condell Medical Center in Libertyville, officials say. Also, Illinois Senator Laura Murphy and Illinois State Treasurer's Office will host a college savings seminar from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. on September 10th. The event will take place at the Schaumburg Township Library Adult Classroom. That's 130 South Roselle Road in Schaumburg. The free seminar will be giving parents the opportunity to learn about important college costs to consider, including housing, meals, books, and supplies. Presenters will highlight the Bright Start 529 savings plan and how it can be used to cover qualified education costs. For more information, contact Senator Murphy's office at 847-718-1110. Again, that's Illinois Senator Laura Murphy's office for that college information webinar that's happening on September 10th. You can give a call at 847-718-1110 or online at Senator Laura Murphy, all spelled out, .com/contact us. Elgin is also seeking 7 residents to serve on its Martin Luther King Jr. Subcommittee of Human Relations Commission. The subcommittee is responsible for planning and organizing annual programs honoring the life and legacy of Dr. King. The subcommittee also oversees a food donation program and a scholarship program, in addition to planning the annual celebration. Initial appointments will be made this year, and priority will be given to applicants who have previously participated in planning or organizing Martin Luther King Jr. programs. Residents interested in serving at the subcommittee can go to elginil.gov to find out more about those civic alerts. And before we go to break, we've got one more flash news line here from the Wheaton Fire Department. The Wheaton firefighters and paramedics will host a free family-friendly event at their headquarters station on Saturday, September 27th. The department's open house is set for 9 a.m. to noon at the fire station number 38 at 1 FAP Circle, which is behind the Target store near Country Farm and Roosevelt Roads. The event is expected to feature hands-on activities, safety demonstrations, including a vehicle exercise and display of fire department vehicles and equipment, plus an appearance by Sparky the Fire Dog. When we come back, we've got some news coming out of Great Lakes in Chicago. The feds secure the naval station for Chicago immigration enforcement. You're listening to the 10 o'clock news here on WRMN. We'll be right back after these brief messages.
Tune in to Big Top Sports
with Derek Geyer every weeknight from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
He'll have sports thoughts from the center ring of Chicagoland and to the outer rings from across the nation.
Whether from Chicago Cubs,
White Sox,
Bulls,
Bears,
Blackhawks,
Stars,
Fire,
Boomers,
whatever the national story is of the day.
Geyer and his sports czar takes will either have you nodding in agreement,
yelling at the radio,
or in all honesty,
a bit of both.
With the way the Chicagoland sports and sports are in general, there's bound to be
thrills,
chills, and
oh my God moments.
So get your snacks and libations ready,
because this is going to be a wild ride.
Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer's quirky and insightful Fanatics take
will make you feel a little
or a lot better about your Chicagoland sports viewing experiences.
Tune in to Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer every weeknight from 6 p.m.
to 8 p.m.
If your restaurant's grease is causing problems, don't worry. Hopkins Grease Company is here to help. Since 1947, they've been providing reliable grease recycling, grease trap services, and more for restaurants across the Chicago suburbs. With a full fleet and expert staff, they offer quick professional service. And as a family-run business, they pride themselves on delivering personal service you can trust. Call Hopkins Grease today at 847-458-1010. That's 847-458-1010. Hopkins Grease, the Fox Valley Grease Boys.
Welcome to WRMN, your trusted voice in the Fox River Valley for over 75 years. We bring you fact-based news, good faith discussions, and entertainment that brings people together. From national headlines to local stories, WRMN is your home for thoughtful dialogue and community engagement. No matter the time of day, where you're listening from, or who you are always welcome here. Thanks for making us a part of your day. This is the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My Grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my Grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the WRMN 10 o'clock news. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. Linda Ramirez Insurance Agency in Elgin reminds everyone that the blood you donate gives someone another chance at life. Someday that someone might be a friend, a loved one, or even you. So please give blood and give the gift of life. This message courtesy of Linda Ramirez Insurance Agency at 17 Douglas Avenue in Elgin. Trust their years of experience for all of your insurance needs. Call Linda Ramirez Insurance Agency at 847-942-5204. That's 847-942-5204 for Linda Ramirez Insurance Agency, reminding you to give blood. On the news, feds secure Naval Station Great Lakes for Chicago immigration enforcement. This article comes from the Chicago Sun-Times. The Department of Defense has secured Naval Station Great Lakes for an immigration blitz in Chicago starting next week. Two sources familiar with the base operation confirmed to the Sunday Times. Base staff were told the facility would be providing, quote, support, unquote, in the form of office space for a command center, as well as parking space and portable laundry units. One source told the Sun-Times. However, the agents won't be staying at the base near North Chicago. The initial plan, detailed in an email obtained by the Sun-Times, would bring federal agents to the Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement, and U.S. Customs and Border Protection to the Navy's largest training station and the largest military installation in the state. Per the plan in the previously reported email to base leadership, federal agents would be given control of Building 617, which houses Navy College Learning Center and the Morale, Welfare, and Recreation Library. The operation would last September 2nd to the 30th. The three federal agencies, the White House and the Defense Department, did not respond to a request for comment and questions about where agents would be staying. It comes the same day as Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson signed an executive order aiming to protect the Chicago Police Department from being federalized. Another Know Your Rights initiative centered around federal agents and the National Guard, and suggestions for federal agents to follow municipal code around policing under threat of lawsuit from Mayor Johnson. President Donald Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, on Thursday confirmed a ramped-up post-Labor Day deportation campaign was in the works for Chicago with a, quote, large contingent, unquote, of agents, though Homan didn't specify how many. Homan was quoted as saying, operations are ramping up across the country, but you can see a ramp up across the operations in Chicago, absolutely. Homan told reporters outside the White House on Thursday about plans for the campaign after the holiday. Echoing that, Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem on Sunday said that Trump administration will soon expand immigration operations in Chicago, confirming plans for a stepped-up presence of federal agents in the nation's third largest city as President Donald Trump continues to lash out at Illinois Democratic leadership. Noem is quoted as saying, we've already had ongoing operations with ICE in Chicago, but we do intend to add more resources to those operations. Noem had said during an appearance on CBS's news, Face the Nation. Noem declined to provide further details about the planned surge of federal officers. It comes after the Trump administration deployed National Guard troops to Washington, D.C. to target crime, immigration, and homelessness, and 2 months after it sent troops to Los Angeles. The president lashed out against Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker in social media postings Saturday, warning him that he must straighten out Chicago's crime problem quickly, quote, or we're coming, unquote. The Republican president has also been critical of Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson. Chicago is home to a large immigrant population, and both the city and the state of Illinois have some of the country's strongest rules against cooperating with federal government immigration enforcement efforts. It has often put the city and the state at odds with this administration as it tries to carry out its mass deportation agenda. The Associated Press had also contributed to this article, but you can read it from the Chicago Times. It was written by Violet Miller. You can find it on the Daily Herald as well. We've got some more news coming up, but I want to talk a little bit about what does inching along in rush hour actually cost you. Chicago is in the top 10 of most costly commutes. Stewing in gridlock not only takes a toll on your sanity, it also picks your pocket for more than gas, the national analysis concludes. American worker bees lose about $9,470 a year driving to work and back home, according to Lending Tree report. That's based on an average commuting time of nearly 54 minutes daily. In Chicago and the suburbs, the numbers are even higher. Researchers used U.S. Census data to compare wages and travel length in 100 metro areas, then multiplied hourly pay by commute time. We're putting a value to that amount of time you spend commuting, Lending Tree expert Rob Bahat said. Bridgeport, Connecticut has the costliest trips. Residents spend more than 64 minutes on the road at a cost of $18,472 annually, according to the findings. Chicago region is 10th highest in local journeying, 61.4 minutes a day, the equivalent of $12,027 in lost time. San Franciscans came in second, logging 63.4 minutes a day, which translates to $18,175 a year. Meanwhile, Texans in the border town of McAllen have pleasant 44.6-minute commutes, totaling $5,155 annually, the most manageable out of the 100. While drivers suffer most from these marathons, it also hurts employers because it has an impact on productivity. It also has an impact on general quality of life in the area, Bahat had said. Asked about Chicago area's ranking, Metropolitan Planning Council Senior Director Audrey Winnick observed, quote, "You can only ride transit if it's near you. A lot of development that we've been doing in this region has not been near transit, such as low-density homes in the exurbs," she said. Statistics from the past 20 years show a slightly smaller percentage of the region's population is near CTA and metro stations. Similarly, there's been a dip in employment numbers near train stations. The amount of driving and the amount of distance people are driving has been going up, Winnick said. To fix the vicious cycle, Bahat suggests drivers try public transit a few times a week or carpooling. Pace offers a carpool matchmaking service at pacebus.com/coordinate your carpool space. Employers can help if they recognize, quote, the financial and also emotional physical burden of commuting, Bahat noted. Solutions include allowing flexible hours so workers could travel at off-peak times or connecting them with federal transit subsidy programs. This lets employees set aside pre-tax dollars, which can be applied to fares on Metra, Pace, and the CTA for up to a 40% in savings. The Regional Transportation Authority has information at mytransitbenefit.org. Got a commuting story? Drop an email to mpike, P-Y-K-E, at dailyherald.com. More things out there in the world, but I'm going to give you one more rundown before we go to the break of our weather. Still a sunny day sitting here at 72 in Elgin. We've creeped up and gained that extra high today. Just another one at 78 with a low of 54 today. Tomorrow's going to be sunny as well, just a little bit hotter at 80 for the high and a low of 57. Wednesday's got a little bit of a shower sitting there at 74 degrees with a low of 46. And Thursday, we still continue with that cooler temperature, going to a high of 66 and a low of 53. Just to do a quick check-in on the world and nation, the Powerball at the fifth largest pot, but in Des Moines, Iowa, Powerball players will get another chance today at the jackpot, estimated at over $1 billion, after no one won the big prize Saturday night. No one has matched all six numbers since May 31st, allowing the jackpot to swell to $1.1 billion, which would be the fifth largest prize in the game's history. Payments would be spread over 30 years, or a winner could choose an immediate lump sum of an estimated $498.4 million. Again, before taxes. The odds of matching all six numbers are astronomical. 1 in $292.2 million. More news from around the nation, but some more close at home here on the WRMN 10 o'clock news. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. I'm being engineered by the marvelous Matt McNeil. Stick around, more to come after this.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by VaxAssist.com. More than $8 million in federal tax funds from Washington is headed to airports across Illinois, but mostly in upstate regions. The U.S. Department of Transportation funding goes to improve taxiways, accommodate more passengers, and to make traveling easier. An airport in Peoria is getting $7.6 million for improvements there, while other airports in Decatur and Bloomington are also receiving some of the money. Federal officials are continuing to press their demand for Illinois' unredacted voter registration database, which includes sensitive personal information, and are now giving state officials until Monday to comply. In an email last week, Michael Gates, an attorney in the Civil Rights Division of the U.S. Department of Justice, rejected the Illinois State Board of Elections' request for additional time to research the legal issues involved in the demand to determine what data it can lawfully turn over. A Lake in the Hills man accused of sexually assaulting a child younger than 13 was detained this week in McHenry County Jail, where he said he's worked in the past mentoring inmates. The Daily Herald reports 69-year-old Charles Sprague, who told the judge he works as an adjunct professor at Judson University in Elgin, is charged with 3 felony counts of predatory criminal sexual assault of a child younger than 13, as well as criminal sexual assault and aggravated sexual abuse. The judge denied Sprague's pretrial release from county jail, where he has worked as a mentor, according to the New Life Transitions of Northern Illinois website. The Second Amendment Foundation is asking the U.S. Supreme Court to take a challenge to Cook County's ban on semi-automatic firearms firearms. Originally filed in 2021, the 7th Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals sided with the county, upholding the ban in June of this year. Plus, 2 years ago in 2023, the state enacted a similar ban. A Second Amendment challenge for the statewide ban is set to be heard by the appeals court next month on September 22nd. A district judge found the state's ban unconstitutional last year in 2024. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
This is Larry Jones, and I'd like to talk to you about my bank, American Eagle Bank in South Elgin. Has your bank changed names in the last 10 years? Is your bank another faceless branch with headquarters in another city? Are you tired of earning next to nothing on your savings account or certificates of deposit, or does your personal banker treat you like a stranger? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you're ready for a new banking experience, and American Eagle is the place for you. American Eagle is a locally owned independent bank that's rooted in the community, and American Eagle customers are greeted by name and treated with the respect that they deserve. American Eagle has an innovative program, Eagle Savings, that teaches your children to save while earning prizes and rewards. American Eagle offers great rates on certificates of deposit. My bank is located in South Elgin on Randall Road between the Target and Caputo's and is open Monday through Saturday. Give them a call at 847-742-7400 and a real person will answer the phone. American Eagle Bank, a place where you matter.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Today, mostly sunny with a high near 78. Temperatures falling to around 76 in the afternoon. Tonight, patchy fog after 4 a.m., mostly clear with a low around 54. Tomorrow, patchy fog before 9 a.m., sunny with a high near 79. Currently, it is 71 with mainly clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-791-1313. 800-791-1313.
Welcome back to the WRMN 10 o'clock news. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. You can listen to me on a political talk show at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Kirkpatrick Jones and Herzog Insurance Agency in Elgin reminds everyone that the blood you donate gives someone another chance at life. Someday that someone might be a friend, a loved one, or even you. So give the gift of life. This message courtesy of Kirkpatrick Jones and Herzog Insurance Agency in Elgin. Trust their years of experience for all of your insurance needs. Call Kirkpatrick, Jones, and Herzog Insurance Agency at 847-741-9393. That's 847-741-9393, or online at kjhins.com. Moving on to Algonquin. This is another story from Chicago Local News, but by Michelle Meyer. The Algonquin Police Department is mourning the death of Kim Peluso, who served the department for 24 years. Peluso, 55, of Hampshire, died unexpectedly in her home last Monday, according to her obituary. She was hired by the department in 2001 and served as community service officer, evidence technician, and evidence manager. From the Algonquin Police, from their Facebook post, they say, "We adorn mourning bands and have our funeral shrouds up at the police department to honor one of our fallen." Police Chief Dennis Walker recalled how Peluso always went above and beyond in her various roles. As evidence technician, she was responsible for taking fingerprints and managing crime scenes. She also managed the vault that can hold up to 13,000 items of critical evidence. Walker has seen her work at major crime scenes and was always proficient in her work, he said. Most of all, Peluso will be remembered by Walker and her colleagues for her kindness and smile. When Walker's mother died 13 years ago, he mentioned that the smell of lavender always reminds him of her. Peluso then started to grow lavender and would bring it into the station for Chief Walker. More recently, she was the first to be there for Walker at his father's wake. She was a constant, kind person, Walker said. Peluso was always the first to volunteer for community events. Walker remembers her teaching local Special Olympic athletes how to obtain fingerprints during a police academy event. The interaction was special, he said. Peluso had a strong love for dogs, especially German Shepherds. Walker said he hopes to bring a group of therapy dogs to her wake service. Visitation will be from 3 to 9 p.m. Tuesday at the Miller Funeral Home, 504 West Main Street in West Dundee. In lieu of flowers, the Peluso family requests that memorial donations be made to either the Make-A-Wish Foundation or the National Police Dog Foundation. Thank you for your service, Technician Kim Peluso. For more honoring of our veterans, we are 19 days, 7 hours, 20 minutes, and 10 seconds away from America's First Responders Fest, an event that is designed to recognize first responders as well, that you are all invited to. Not only on the stage of recognizing first responders, there will also be live entertainment by Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones, Mixed Company Band, and Canyon Arrow Light featuring Tim and Joe. During that day, there's also a classic car show presented by Gilbert's Eagles Club at 1047. And we've also got vendor booths, food trucks, and kids activity. For more information and updates, visit WRMN1410.com. Click AFR Fest on the top line or call the office at 847-741-7700. You can also give us a call here during the show, during this Memorial Day show at 847-931-1410, or give us a text that's sitting over there, and that text line is 505-926-1410. A tragic accident from a Cary area child remains critical after being run over by a lawnmower. A 3.5-year-old child who had a portion of his leg severed after being run over by a lawnmower Saturday near Cary remains hospitalized in critical condition, authorities say. Lake County authorities were investigating the incident, but said Sunday it does not appear to be a criminal matter. It does appear to be tragic accident, Lake County Sheriff Deputy Chief Christopher Covelli said. We want the family to be focused on the child's recovery, but we will review the incident with the state's attorney's office. The Cary Fire Protection District was called at 12:41 p.m. Saturday to the 28,700 block of West Christie Lane, where paramedics found a young child who they determined, quote, had been run over by an industrial-style lawnmower. Cary Fire Protection District spokesperson Alex Vuka wrote in a news release, paramedics immediately continued life-saving treatment and loaded the child into the awaiting ambulance, Vuka wrote. The child was rushed by ambulance to Mercy Health Crystal Lake Hospital helipad, then airlifted in critical condition to Loyola University Medical Center in Maywood. The child's leg was severed significantly, Corvelli said. It appears the 3.5-year-old was riding on the lawnmower with his father. The mower is an industrial-type lawnmower that requires an operator to stand up. When Covelli said authorities believe the child initially was in front of the father, when father began to back up, the child either jumped off or fell off. The father didn't notice, he said. Unfortunately, a neighbor ran over with a T-shirt and used it as a makeshift tourniquet and applied that tourniquet right above the wound, which stopped the bleeding and very well could have saved the child's life. It serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of lawnmowers and children, in the fact that a child should never be riding on a lawnmower when it's operational, Covelli said. You could read more about this tragic incident from the Daily Herald. When we come back, we've got more news here on the WRMN 10 o'clock news. Make sure you're watching, liking, and subscribing on YouTube, youtube.com. Find us at WRMN Radio. If you want more information about how you can advertise or get your information here on WRMN, give us a call, 847-741-7700, or send us a message, sales@WRMN1410.com. We'll be right back after this.
For nearly 50 years, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council and Kane Senior Council have been dedicated to serving seniors in DuPage and Kane counties. Established in 1975, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council is a volunteer-driven 501c3 non-for-profit organization committed to helping older adults live with dignity. From providing nutritious meals to offering support services, the Kane Senior Council is there every step of the way. With programs designed to enhance independence and quality of life, they're proud to make a difference in the lives of their senior neighbors. To learn more or to volunteer, visit them at 418B Airport Road in Elgin or head to their website at caneseniorcouncil.org. Give them a call at 630-338-0999. That's 630-338-0999. That's the Kane Senior Council, caring for seniors because they deserve to live with dignity and respect. Visit caneseniorcouncil.org or call 630-338-0999 today.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Searching for a financial partner that truly has your best interest at heart? Join KCT Credit Union, where they're more than just a bank. They're a not-for-profit financial cooperative. KCT members are owners, meaning profits go back to you in the form of lower loan rates, higher savings rates, and fewer fees. Experience personalized service that puts you first. Become a part of KCT, where your financial well-being is their top priority. Visit kctcu.org. Each account insured up to $250,000 by Member's Choice. This institution is not federally insured.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. That's 800-257-3148.
Welcome back to the WRMN 10 o'clock news. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. We want to take some time and go to the phone lines where someone has called in to talk about the 45th Scandinavian Day Festival happening September 7th. Hello, caller. How are you today?
Hello, I'm Ines Törnblom, and I'm from Sweden. And I would like to invite everyone to come to our Scandinavian Festival this coming Sunday, September 7th, all day long in Vasa Park. It's all 5 Scandinavian countries participate. It goes on all day long at the beautiful the Fox River in Vasa Park, just south of South Elgin. And there will be lots of different foods to eat, and there will be people selling things from the Scandinavians from other states too come here and display their wares, and a program going on all day also, all afternoon.
It sounds like a fantastic time full of pony rides, face painting, and, of course, that delicious Scandinavian food. What should we order as soon as we get in there? What's the good festival food?
Oh, well, the old favorite is Swedish pancakes.
Of course.
But also there's the Swedish, just about everything you can. Noodles and Swedish meatballs, that's our big item. And, just about everything. And there will be... there will be Danish hot dogs. They're excellent, and all 5 countries are represented. Good things to eat, and there will a program on the stage, and we'll be singing together. And it's just a beautiful day in a beautiful park.
It absolutely sounds that way. Sunday, September 7th. Sorry.
7th.
Yep, September 7th, this Sunday. We've got the Libido Funk Circus, and also the Nordic Folk Dancers of Chicago will be there.
Wonderful. You have a fuller program listed in front of you than I have.
Well, thank you for reminding us.
My family.
They've got the opening ceremony and welcome starts at 11:30 on Sunday, but there will be a morning church service so that people won't be able to miss that service. That starts at 10:30, but the opening ceremony for the 45th annual Scandinavian Day Festival. How many have you gone to, madam?
Oh, I've gone to the last since I'm 2030.
Wow, that's fantastic.
I immigrated here in 1955, and I lived in Elgin the last 25, so I've gone to all of those.
That's wonderful. That's Vista Park, South Elgin. The admission is $15 per person, but it's 12 and under are free, and of course that free parking. It starts at 10 a.m. and it'll go all the way to 5:30 p.m. But like all of us know, for good festivals, that might end up being question mark to see how much fun we're actually having.
Oh, yeah. Really? We always have fun. That's in Vasa Park. And if you dress up in one of the traditional Scandinavian costumes, then you get in free.
Wow. I'm going to have to bring out my vest and definitely bust out my wooden shoes, too.
Okay, that'll work, I think.
Thank you very much for reminding us. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you out there on Sunday.
Oh, yes, I'll see you all, too, with families. And yep, welcome.
Thank you. That's the 45th Annual Scandinavian Day Festival that's happening Sunday, September 7th, this Sunday, from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Admission, again, is $15 per person, but 12 and under get in free. The opening ceremony and welcome begins at 11:30. Stick around all day for children activities, free pony rides, face painting, and story time by Elsa. We've also got the Nordic Folk Dancers of Chicago and the Libido Funk Circus. Lots of different activities that are happening over there at the 45th Annual Scandinavian Day Festival. Visit ScandinavianDayIL.com for more information. So we're just going to go a little bit more into some of our local stories here. And, of course, we are going to talk about the members of the Fox Valley Folklore Society. For Music Storytelling Fest had returned to Geneva is still going on right now. A year after weather forced the Fox Valley Folk Museum and Storytelling Festival to move to Wheeler Park, performers and attendees were happy to return Sunday to their new home near downtown Geneva. The 49th annual edition of this festival, which continues today, brings some 20 nationally recognized performers to the Fox Valley. Attendees also enjoy a kids zone with music, crafts, and hands-on workshops on Irish fiddles, dulcimer, old-time fiddling, bluegrass banjo, fingerstyle guitar, folk harp, and more. Visitor Paul Hugh of Chicago took part in the session of Shape Notes Singing Sunday, and Paul said, "I enjoy it because it's all-inclusive. Shape Note singing really is community singing unlike anything else." Last year, the fest moved to Wheeler Park from its frequent home at Island Park after weather events have left it unstable. We're going to go through our weather one more time here. We've gained another degree on today. We are sitting now at 73 degrees in Elgin. We're going to creep up to the high of 78 with a low of 54. Tuesday has a high of 80 with a 57 low. Still sunny on that day. Cooking up for Wednesday's thunderstorms. A high of 74 and a low of 46. We've also got 66 degrees as the sun comes out on Thursday. 66 degrees ends up being our high for that day with a 53 on the low end of things. So we were talking about transit earlier in the show. And so what we're going to do is pull both of those in together with our Bears. What you should know as you are traveling through that side, Bear fans relish the team's home opener victory over the Minnesota Vikings September 8th. They'll have an extra reason to cheer Molson Coors Beverage Company will provide free CTA rides from Soldier Field between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. The offer includes the red, orange, and green lines at Roosevelt Station and the number 146 bus to the Loop. Coming up later on today on Apolitical Talk Show, we are going to talk about Labor Day. We're going to talk about the ins, the outs, and the history of why we have Labor Day. What are some of the benefits that we get? What were some of the strikes and what were some of the protests that had to happen as well for us to get this? But in the last minute here, I'm going to invite Matt McNeil to showcase his show and what he's going to be talking about today. Marvelous Matt McNeil, what would you be talking about in Out to Lunch?
Yes, so I'm going to be discussing some really great food that you can enjoy during Labor Day, some of the best Labor Day barbecue recipes that every cookout needs, recently posted by the Food Network. So we'll discuss that a little bit here too. We'll go through some more events that are happening in the Fox River Valley area as well. Of course, we'll go through our usual inspirational stories, word of the day, what's the National Day calendar, other days to celebrate. So we're looking forward to it, and we hope you are too. Of course, do some plugins as well, and hope that you're going to stay around and tune in for that as well. We are going to be ending the show at 12:30 for Out to Lunch, which means that, of course, it'll end a little bit earlier because we do have that White Sox game that's playing.
We'll have to get that Tradio in it right at noon then.
Right at noon is when we'll do the Tradio.
Make sure that that goes in. Follow us on the intranets. You can find us a few different places. That would be WRMN1410.com, where you can find all the different ways to listen or interact. Some of those ways, of course, is on YouTube, where I see some of you over there. Thanks for sticking around with us. That's youtube.com. You can find WRMN Radio. Go ahead and join the almost 1,500 subscribers that are over there as well. This has been the WRMN 10 o'clock news. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. Have a fantastic day.